The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, we're the Talkers. I'm Chino.
I'm Tricia, and you're watching After Shift, powered by the new channel.
Helping you see the new you. All right, guys, this is an amazing Wednesday. Welcome to our first ever show, After Shift, brought to you by the new channels, helping you see the new you. We're actually going to be live every Wednesday and Friday, 8:30 to 9:30 in the evening. Ayan. So, kamusta kayo, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. Tricia, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. I just had my rapid test kaninang umaga. So it's mandatory for all of us employees who report on site. Yeah. So negative naman yung aking result.
Oh, that's
so thank
good.
God.
That's
Ayan.
really,
so
really
be safe, everyone. The virus is still there. So let's keep ourselves healthy and safe.
Yes.
How about you, Chino? How was your day?
I'm doing well. I had my shift, my regular shift as always. It was fun kasi nagpa-raffle kami sa office earlier, kahit virtual lang siya. And yes, we do that every week. And I just helped out, announcing some winners and just said hi, hello to the group. But pretty much, typical work from home setup ako dito sa Malolos, Bulacan. Yan.
Yeah,
How about you?
sa outskirts. Outskirts. Hindi na outskirts, di ba?
Sa outskirts. Yeah, di okay doon yan. Wow, Trish, I just can't imagine it's really happening now. This is a dream for us, right? Remember
Correct.
the time that we were just, doing our podcast way back 2014? Do you still remember, how we started?
Yes, wag na nating sabihin na sa training room tayo nag-record nun. But I remember clearly, this idea just came to life because we were having lunch, and then when we got to Tapa King, not our sponsored, pero baka naman.
Baka naman.
we thought of this show, because we were listening. I think Papa Jack was on at that time.
Your favorite.
Yeah. Favorite yan ng lahat ng mga taga-BPO, no? Siyempre, at night, piniplay yan. So, sabi natin, why don't we do pretty much the same thing? The four of us, OL, me, June, and yourself. Yeah. And then, from there, nagustuhan naman nila. May nakikinig naman. So, thank you for your continued support to our listeners. Please continue to support, especially that we are now part of the new channel.
Yes. Again, helping you see the new you. All right.
Right.
And since this is our dream, and it has always been our dream, right? And it's going to continue to be our dream, Trish. It's amazing because our first guest is actually one of the most awesome people, I would say, in media. She used to be, or she is actually a registered social worker. And get this, Trish, during the early 90s, she started her career with ABS-CBN, Lingkod, Bayan.
Yes.
Do you remember Lingkod, Bayan? Okay.
Parang pinapalabas sa show ni Corina dati, yung Lingkod Bayan.
Yun,
If I remember during the 90s, yeah.
And then she transferred to GMA, okay, sa kapitbahay, during the late 90s and pioneered the GMA Kapuso Foundation. Amazing.
I see.
And during
Mm-mm.
the early 2000s, she also had short stints with the World Health Organization and of course Miriam College, kung saan nag-graduate ang aking mother. Okay,
Oh.
and then she ended up rejoining ABS-CBN. Okay, and after her second go around with the same organization, she
Mm-hmm.
eventually found her home on TV5 and started the Alagang Kapatid Foundation, to which she currently is the executive director of the Alagang Kapatid
Mm-hmm.
Foundation. She is also co-hosting, okay, the radio program or the radio program Alagang Kapatid sa Radyo 5 92.3 News FM and Alagang Kapatid TV with none other than Cheryl Cosim. Aba,
Uy, sabi
bigat.
nila lookalike ko daw yun, si Michelle Cosim. Before the accident.
Pero hindi, mas maganda ka Cheryl, don't worry. Joke lang to Michelle. Sobrang ganda
Lugod ka
ni
kay
Cheryl.
Michelle.
Okay? So, without further ado, let's introduce our guest, our pioneer guest for this show, si Miss Menchie Silvestre.
Silvestre.
Hello.
Hello. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Chino and Tricia, thank you for having me. Pang buena mano ninyo.
Yes.
Yan.
Sabi nga nila, ang bueno mano, di ba? Talagang swerte yan for
Yes.
a first time.
Hopefully, I hope so.
Maraming salamat po for gracing us kasi I know that we know for a fact that you have a very busy schedule and yet you said yes to us, and again we really appreciate you having us or having you here in our show tonight.
Baka tayo
Well,
ma-interview ni Miss
so
Menchie
busy
mamaya.
that
Alright,
in fact
yeah.
in fact I asked for I asked for a few more minutes kasi naghuhugas pa sana ako ng pinggan. That's yun yung kinabibisihan ko after shift, di ba? Ayan.
Meron na agad sagot si Miss Menchie sa ating after shift question. Okay.
I
So,
know.
ayan,
Nako,
Miss Menchie,
eto na.
eto na, ready ka na ba sa aming may init ng mga questions?
Yes. Para tayo nasa Radyo 5
Hindi ako nagkape today just so I could be ready for this. Mas maganda nga yung pagsabi nyo ng Radio 5 92.3
Radio.
News FM. Pakisabi
Yun.
nga uli.
Radio 5,
Sige nga,
92.3
pakisabi nyo nga
News
uli.
FM. Yun.
Ayan.
Practice.
Diba? How about Tricia? I want to
Ano
hear it from Tricia naman. Diba?
Sige.
Yeah.
Nag-request.
With my-
Kahit ano
Yeah.
yung inutusan ni Miss Menchie. Sige. Naya tuloy ako. Radio 5, 92.3 News FM.
Diba?
Pwede.
Ganda. Sexy.
Ayan.
Sexy.
So let's
Okay.
start with grill
Sige,
na natin si Miss
fire.
Menchie.
I-grill na natin si Miss Menchie. So, I'm not sure, Miss Menchie, if narinig mo earlier yung aming dream. Ito yung dream namin to be to have media exposure, 'di ba? So, the question or our first question is, what or who inspired you to pursue a career in media?
It wasn't planned. Okay, it wasn't planned. Right after college, I took the board exam, and the social work. I'm a social work major. Merinol College pa nung mga panahon na
Merinol.
yan ng iyong mom. So
Yes.
while waiting for Merinol pa kami. Pero I think after my batch, another batch then nag-Miriam na siya. Pero
Okay.
ako inabot pa ako ng Merinol. So after that, I took the board exam. Tapos I was waiting for the result for about 3 months yata. Tapos my classmate was the daughter of Mel Tiangco. So sabi niya, "Uy, gusto mo ba mag-volunteer sa nanay ko?" Sabi niya gano'n. Naghahanap siya ng volunteer. Sabi ko, sige, why not? Total, hinihintay ko pa naman yung result ng board exam. Sabi ko gano'n. So I volunteered. Now, I think within the first 2 months of my volunteering, there was a major disaster. I can't remember. It was a strong bagyo that hit the Visayas, and yun na, napasabak na ako dire-diretso. napasakay ako ng C-130 airplane ng Air Force. Na halos muntik na akong maiwan kasi naiwan ko yung ID ko somewhere. I had to run to go back for it. By the time tumatakbo na ako pabalik, nagsasara na sila ng C-130. Tapos ganoon. So it started with that. Parang I had to do a story about it as a volunteer. Tapos yun na, parang nagtuloy-tuloy. Mamaya tinuturuan na akong how to write scripts. Tinuturuan na ako na how to interview subjects. Tinuruan na ako, oh my gosh, hindi nyo pa siguro inabutan itong panahon na to na tinuturuan ako paano mag-shoot ng U-matic ang gamit na camera ng cameraman ko. And during those years, the U-matic was a 20-minute tape na pag ang interview mo inabot na ng 20 minutes, ubos na yung tape mo kasi isang tape lang ang ibibigay sa'yo ng library. So you have to condense it in just fire just a couple of questions. Tapos na-assign ako sa isang veteran cameraman from PTV4 at that time. Yun. So I guess I was with a team of veterans na naranasan ko yung first few scripts ko as in basura ang pinuntahan. Hindi, walang natitira kahit isang sentence yata from my script. Basura literally ang pinupuntahan. And I can remember, Mel Tiangco is so fond of using red sign pens. So when she edits the script, wow, talagang blazing red yung script ko. Wala na natira. Okay.
Corrections, no?
Wala na. And typewriter pa at that time. So, yun.
So, pinapatungan talaga.
Having a terror, snowflake and all, may carbon paper ka pa para may copy ka na isasubmit sa desk. Ganon siya. So, that was how it was. Napakahirap siguro ng mga bosses, kaya kailangan mong mag-level up to their expectations. Right. And nakakahiya naman yung parang every time you submit a script and it's all, it goes to the trash can. So, yun, it was, siguro for some, it could have been traumatic, pero wala parang natapon ako agad dun sa arena na yun. That's why I had to learn it. And so, I guess the training from being a social worker that you know how to ask the right questions,
right.
You know how to probe, yun ang nagamit ko. Yun, so I was able to learn how to work in media, but it was always kasi public service. It was never on cam. It wasn't. I did not really ask for an on cam. I did not want an on cam thing. It's always right for Lingkod Bayan at that time, and do the public service side and leave the production side to other people. So, yun, natutunan na lang in the process, kumbaga.
Okay. Very relatable yung story mo,
ko na,
Miss Amish. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, until yun na nga, no? So, I'm a certified KKK, Kapamilya, Kapuso, Kapatid. When my bosses, Mel Tiangco and KKK talaga, na full circle na yan. So when my bosses, Mel Tiangco and Jason, sa transfer to GMA 7, of course, hindi naman kami kasama sa package noon, pero there was a team na we didn't want to be left behind. So sabi nila, sumama kayo, tignan natin kung tatanggapin din kayo ng GMA. Sige po, kahit ano gagawin namin. So, yun, when they were doing radio, yun din, natutunan ko na ang isang papel ko doon was i-stack yung commercials according dun sa schedule niya. Tapos ako yung magsasaksak nung commercial. Pagka, commercial muna, pasok mo muna, na para siyang cartridge na gano'n. Yun. Tapos ilalag ko what time ko na air yung commercial na yun. So, syempre, nadidinig ko yung mga tututut. Ang oras sa hudyat ay 8:47. Mga tipong gano'n.
Classic.
So, alam mo yun, yung mga ganong bagay, parang tinatandaan ko na lang siya. Buti ngayon, medyo computerized na, iba na yung nagko-control ng audio, iba na yung nagko-control ng cams. Until nga naging what you call this, somebody, the control room is different. Nako, si Tito Vic mo sinasabi, Menchie, tanggalin mo yung Lola eyeglasses mo. Vic, I won't. Hindi ko ma-recognize sino yung kausap mo if I take off my Lola glasses. Sorry. Anyway, so that's the story. Until unti-unti, TV5 told us na, Mench, para makilala yung Alagang Kapatid sa more, and so that you can report about what you do in Alagang Kapatid, magradyo ka, mag-tandem kayo ni Cheryl, until nakahalata no ko kay Cheryl na, sige na, ikaw na, konti pa-absent, yun. Napo-force akong mag-solo until, yun na yun, natututo. It's never, you don't really say, marunong na ako ngayon, but, somehow, every so often, pag may pagkakamali, you learn from it. Gaya niyan, yung Lola eyeglasses. Yung Lola eyeglasses ang hindi ko pa na-discover paano palitan yan. Vic, sponsoran mo na ako ng salamin.
So very relatable yung story niyo, Miss Menchie, because I think everything that you've gone through, pretty much, most of us have also gone through na parang when you started in the industry that's not really what you studied for. Like for ako, I studied education, so I should be teaching, but I'm currently working in a corporate industry, and the trade that we had is really different from what I studied. And most people can really relate to your story na yung minsan maiiyak ka na lang because some of the stresses that you're doing, and tapos fresh graduate ka. Can you still remember those times, Chino, that you had that experience as well?
It's crazy. I remember, so I tried taking up accountancy, tapos nag-nursing ako, but I ended up in the BPO industry. Wow. I remember parang 6 months or one of the last semesters, I was actually doing hospital duty work, and at the same time, pumapasok din ako sa office noon. So I was at my thinnest during that time. It was really a struggle. It was a very challenging moment in my career.
Right. Crazy. Yeah. So,
but you know, diba, you never you never let go of what you learned in school. True. You try to apply in your in where you are now. So dala-dala mo pa rin naman talaga 'yon.
Correct.
Tama.
Now, what were some of, so you mentioned one of the challenges would be the technology and some of the skills that you were not equipped at that time. But what do you think, Ms. Menchie, was the hardest part of, or some of the challenges that you had in your career in broadcasting, in social work? What was that most challenging situation, do you think, that you had?
Because my segment was most of the time was always actually public service. The most challenging for me would be nadadala ako doon sa mga stories. Nai-involve ako doon sa subject ng stories ko. I think one of my very first stories that I did for Alagang Kapatid TV Patrol at that time was a story of I think it was a college student rode a jeepney, pagsampa niya yung isang foot niya was already nakasampa doon sa jeep, then there was a car that rammed the jeepney from behind. On the spot, naputol yung leg niya, tas tinakbuhan siya nung nakabundol sa kanya. That story really hit me so hard na our objective for producing the story then was hopefully manawagan yung dalaga, and sana yung makabundol sa kanya mapanood yung appeal niya na panagutan mo naman itong, tulungan mo naman ako. And so it was kind of suntok sa buwan kasi although while of course we knew TV Patrol at that time was already enjoying a good viewership, who could tell na yung nakabundol would be watching the news. Baka nga iniiwasan niyang manood ng news kasi baka laman siya ng news, But lo and behold, right after we aired that story, I usually would stay behind in the office until we air it so that when people call, sabihin nila, gusto kong tulungan yan, gusto namin makapture yung mga tumatawag na yon. Lo and behold, tumawag yung nakabundol. And so that night that we aired it, nahanap namin agad yung tao. And the very next day, our story was to get his side, and he apologized. I remember he apologized, and he said tumakbo siya out of fear na siya yung susunod na sasaktan ng mga tao, but it was never his intention to abandon her. And he was crying while he was watching the story. At hindi niya akalain na amputate yung paa nung bata. Pero yun, I get involved with my stories. Marami pa. Tapos it's always disasters. Karamihan sa pinupuntahan namin, disasters. Hardly yung difficulty of reporting about misery of people, appealing for help, and probably some appeals for help na hindi naman talaga nasasagot. Yun yung mahirap. It's the emotional attachment really to the stories more than the technical things. I think it's really the emotional attachment to the stories. Although ngayon, talagang age is talaga humahabol na. Ang hirap na rin ng technology, sa totoo lang. Initially during the lockdown, like the Zoom meetings, the ganyan, ang hirap for me. StreamYard was, sabi ko nga sa iyo, Chino, please, I'm Bobotech, so please don't give me a hard time dito sa gagawin natin. So I guess that it's really that. Challenges. It was leaving behind also my kids at the height of their that they were so young. Wala halos pahinga, wala halos holidays. Basta may news, may pasok, parang ganon. Yan yung mga challenges, basically.
All right. So, mahirap talaga, no? I would imagine a media personality would really get attached to a story that they're covering or a news that, they are reporting. Of course, we are human, and that human side would really be affected by the story.
You'll get into it. Talagang mahirap. It's a tough situation. Pinapakinggan ko lang si Miss Menchie na parang I'm imagining all of the things that she was able to do and she's currently doing. It's amazing. Mga bayani sa behind the scenes. Yan ang masasabi ko dyan sa mga tao na yan.
Thank you.
All right. So let's get to know Miss Menchie more later when we come back after these announcements.
right, you're back on After Shift. And guys, if you want to leave a comment, meron kayong questions, please make sure that you utilize our comment section below. Let me just give a shout out to some of the peeps out here. Mark Louis Estacio, yun, hello to you. Yung photographer natin yun before. And very good friend. Hello, Mark. Erwin, hello to you as well. Apple, same with you. Thank you for your all-out support. John Ralph Prudente says hello, watching with me and Bea. Thank you very much. Drew Ahorro says, go Team Ahorro. Yes, go, go, go Team Ahorro. Kimberly Ann says, go Tricia Montemayor. And Chino, looking pretty, sis. Nice watching here. Keep it up, guys. Ayan. Thank you very much for sharing it. And thank you for, again, leaving those comments below. All right.
So Chino, sorry, shout out din ako sa best friend ko who's watching right now from London, United Kingdom, Bridget Bulan. Hello. Oh, Villaverde na pala siya. Also, hello to my mom and dad watching me right now. I hope you're proud of me.
Hi, hello sa grandmother ko. Grandmom, my grandmother, Mommy Violi, happy birthday to you. 85 na siya today, July 29. Ayan. Malaking swerte. Thank you so much. So, Miss Menchie, we are going to actually play a game. And before we do that, okay, before we go to the game proper, we want to promote some of the other shows that we have here on the new channel. Okay, we're going to be kicking it off with The Big Picture with Lloyd Luna every Mondays through Fridays, 7 in the evening. Next would be HR Hotline by Jesse Rebostilio. That's going to be every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 12 noon. And then we have iBusiness with Dr. Mike and Bert. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, we got The Fort Project by Bob Kilapio. That's going to be every Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. Dubai time. Ba? Meron tayo from Dubai. So guys, please watch out for that one. Go ahead, Trish.
Learn your life purpose by tuning in to U-Turn Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. The Home Buyer also is where you hear inspiring stories about building and owning a property. Streams Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Laugh and learn through the Puppet Stories. Tuesdays and Fridays. Yan. Next, magbenta, bumili, at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace. The online night bazaar streams every Thursday and Fridays at 10 p.m. Yan. Also, 2 leaders in one platform every episode. The TNC The Talk streams every Mondays at 12 noon. Yeah.
So
for follow also.
Yeah, for more information, for if you want to catch a recap of the shows that we have here on the TNC, follow TNC now for more info. Thank you.
Right.
All right. Exciting. Very exciting tong episode na to. Aside from it being the first episode of After Shift, sobrang solid nung guest natin, si Miss Menchie Silvestre. Yes. So, without further ado, Miss Menchie, are you ready for our game?
Yes. Reluctantly. Pero yes. Sige, go.
So our game is pretty simple. Pinag-isipan namin ng sobrang matindi to ni Tricia. Grabe, hirap na to. The game is called #this. Okay? So, Miss Menchie, sadly, nag-stock na kami.
Okay.
Nag-stock na kami sa Instagram mo ng mga pictures. We're gonna be showing 10 different or 11 different photos, okay? And we want you to view it, of course, and put a hashtag on each of these photos. Okay? Are you ready?
Oh gosh, okay. Parang pangkalahati ng edad ko yung #this na yan. Sige, pero sige, go.
All right. First picture.
Hashtag.
Anong hashtag mo dito, Miss
Oh my
Menchie?
gosh. #this. No to fake news.
So, what's the story behind this one? Really briefly lang.
Kasi look, very briefly, I was in Sarangani province. I covered this young boy. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. He guested on Ellen DeGeneres. Taga Sarangani itong batang ito, and out of nowhere, this is his uncle niya ito, and it's not the senator. Tignan mo naman yung muscle ko, mas malaki pa sa muscle niya. So he's just a Manny Pacquiao
talaga yan.
look-alike.
Kanina
Kaya
nakita
hashtag.
It's not him. Tignan mo naman yung muscle ko.
Kaya nga.
Mas malaki pa sa
So the hashtag
So, no
is
to fake
hashtag
news.
no to fake news. All right, thank you.
Sabi
Next
ko pala,
picture.
matatanong
Hashtag no
kita,
to
Miss
fake
Menchie.
news.
Okay.
Again, sorry, Tricia. Sorry, I didn't get that.
Sorry, I was actually going to ask you kung kamusta si Manny Pacquiao. Yan, pero hindi pala siya yun. Nag-prepare pa naman ako ng question.
Hindi siya yon. Fake na fake talaga.
Fake
Pero
news.
ako din, nagulat ako when I saw him. Pero nung ma-realize ko, teka, parang ang laki ng muscle ko compared to him. Tapos nung magsalita siya, true enough, it wasn't Manny Pacquiao. So, napeke ako. This one, oh gosh, hashtag, andaya naman kung sabihin kong hashtag get it on. No, wait. Hashtag, oh my gosh, ayan na.
Ako na lang mag-hashtag,
Ano ba itong
Miss Menchie?
picture na to? This is one of the, right before I start my program. Sige, go, please.
Ano ba? Hashtag
What's the rule
hot.
ng hashtag?
Yun o.
Ayan. Hot mama.
Yun. Ako, dadagdagan ko nga
Well,
hashtag
okay, I'll agree.
Sizzling hot.
Then I will agree with both of you. You know why? Sige, aminin ko na. Yan yung mga panahon na siguro nag-uumpisa yung aking menopause, at kahit everybody in the studio ginaw na ginaw, look at me, naka-t-shirt lang ako.
Alright, see? Kaya sizzling hot nga
Lahat
talaga.
sila naka-doble na. Ako nagka-hot flashes ako.
Alright.
Ang galing nyo.
Next photo.
Oh my goodness. Hashtag sa kabundukan. Okay. I think it was in a Mangyan community. This is in Oriental Mindoro, and this is the cameraman na sinasabi ko, na veteranong cameraman ng PTV4, na siya yung na-assign sa akin. So ayan, he was making fun of me kasi galit na galit siya sa akin na nire-remind niya ako lagi, 20 minutes lang yung tape na dala-dala ko, wag mong habaan yung interview. So, hashtag sa kabundukan yan. We did a story with a Mangyan community in Oriental Mindoro.
Hinukay ko talaga yan.
Ang galing mo maghukay. Pwede ka na mag-NBI. Ayan! Ang baduy ng aking hashtag. Sige, hashtag twinning. Yan, di ba? Kahit sa t-shirt man lang, twinning kami. So this is Cheryl Cosim. This is the first episode of Alagang Kapatid TV. And this was, we featured and allow me to promote the Palina Eco Park River Tour. This is in Rojas City in Capiz. Well, if we have viewers in that area, they're already open. Ang kwento niyang ng Eco Park na yan, they were hit by Typhoon Yolanda, and we were able to get a couple of companies to help them na ibangon uli yung kanilang business, and river tour ang kanilang business. So, well, kapal ng mukha ko, ang hashtag ko dyan is twinning.
Again, shout out to Miss Cheryl Cosim. Ayan, hashtag twinning.
Ako din may hashtag ako.
Hi,
Hashtag.
Cheryl!
What's your hashtag, Trish?
Ladagdagan ko yung
Go.
hashtag ni Miss Menchie. Hashtag office beshies. I think very relatable, no? I think for us ladies, we would always have an office beshi na gusto mo laging
Yes.
kausap and, you want to have lunch with. Tapos tipong pag may mga stressful moment, you
Yeah.
ask her to go with you sa restroom, kwentuhan, ganyan. So sa ating mga viewers dyan, itag nyo yung inyong hashtag office beshi.
Hashtag
Yeah.
beshies.
Speaking of office
Office
besties,
beshies.
Trisha,
May natututunan ako.
Kit Franco says, hello, Tricia, and hello, Chino. Hello. Hello also to Carmine. Very avid supporter natin yan si Carmine. U-turn, ha? Don't forget. Si Bridget, of course, says, hi, Best. So, yan. Thank you so much for your comments. Again, keep them coming. If you have questions for Miss Menchie, keep them coming as well. Use the comment section there on live. Next picture.
Batang-bata.
Oh! Hashtag, my gosh. Hashtag People Power 1980. Oh my God. Hashtag People Power na lang. I can't even remember the year. But this was in, this is our panganay na pamangkin. This is Francesca Silvestre Cruz.
Okay.
This was during a People Power rally. I think at the Quirino Grandstand, the green dress is mommy in the green dress. So I think as a family we went to Quirino Grandstand at yun yung time na yun nga the one of those 5 days of the People Power.
Wow.
Hashtag People Power. Ang baduy ko mag-hashtag. Grabe.
Shout out to Cheska, by the way. Ayan, ito pa. Next picture.
Ganda may hashtag dyan.
Crossroads.
Oh, sige. What's your hashtag for me? What's your hashtag for me?
Ano ba? Hashtag hello kapitbahay.
Ako, siguro yung akin, hashtag KK lang. Kasi dalawa lang sila eh.
Sino?
Hashtag KK. Dalawa.
Dalawa pa lang. Okay, so this was really this is hashtag crossroads for me because I think at that time pinadalahan na ako ng invitation to join TV5 and it was kind of difficult for me to make that decision to do that big leap or to do or not to do that big leap, but the story there is ako nasa ABS-CBN na crew cab. That wasn't my crew cab. The one in the
Premonition yan.
Nakasakay sa crew cab ng
Switch.
Yung nakasakay sa crew cab ng ABS-CBN. Yeah. Switching yan. That wasn't my crew cab. I was using the ABS-CBN crew cab then. So sabi ko nga, uy, mukhang this is the sign. Oh, ayan.
Ganda.
So,
Hashtag crossroads.
Hashtag
Ganda.
crossroads.
All right. Next picture.
This is ito na. This is his hashtag also on my photos. Hashtag papig. Pop
Papig.
and pig together.
Okay,
so
okay.
that is papig. So he is a fatso dog. Sobrang tabang aso. He's our lolo dog.
We noticed you said that you love dogs.
Yes. Medyo iisa, bukod tangi naman siya. We have 2 dogs, pero he's our lolo dog already. And whatever we eat, he has to eat it too. So kung ano yung, I guess, sinusundan niya yung katawan ko. So from being puppy, nag-ano na siya, nag-transform na siya into papig. Oh, there. Hashtag papig.
Yeah. Okay. Next picture.
Oh! Hashtag. Shucks, ang baduy ko mag-hashtag. Bata. Help me with this, but hashtag, this is the first time out of the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is our first time out of the country. The 3 of us. Ang daming ang daming learnings niyang biyahe na yan. Starting with, wag na wag ka nga alis ng bansa na kulang ang pera mo. Less magtitipid ka, talagang mag-7-Eleven, kain ka lang lagi. Yan. So, but this is so memorable for us because this was our very first time to go out of the country na kaming mag-iina. My kids, Bea and Gino.
Nice.
So, Miss Menchie, I have a question for you. So, with your busy schedule, diba, how do you still maintain good quality time with your family and friends?
Oh, it's difficult. It's really difficult. Like I would miss when they were still in school. I would miss the usual. I would miss some activities in school. Pero I would make up for pag, let's say, weekends I had no work, and both of them were varsity players. So I would drive for their team. Kahit maliit yung kotse nung time na yon, total maliit pa rin naman sila. So minsan isang basketball team of boys yung sakay ko sa kotse, yung ganyan. Just ngayon I make up by cooking for them. Hindi ko alam kung paano ko natutong magluto, but I guess the mere fact that kinakain nila yung whatever it is na iluluto ko, that's another way of making up for lost time, lost opportunities. Yun eh. I guess I can't you won't give time anymore na magsisisi ka na, ba't ba inuna ko pa yung ganito, ba't ba inuna ko pa yung ganyan, ano. So whatever opportunities we have now, I guess that's it. Cooking is really one. Travel hindi namin masyado magawa because well, to be very honest, ano, until the kids finished school, parang doon medyo gumaan ang finances. And by that time, sila nag-work na din. So may mga kanya-kanyang lakad na rin sila. So on weekends that everybody's home or dinner time that we're all home, yan, luto.
Nice. Ang ganda. Miss Menchie, avid fans mo kami, no? So obviously we know na you do your radio at home. So you do currently work from home, right? Pero what's the comparison between working from home? Because I'm pretty sure there is also an opportunity for you to work on site. So do you still do work on site? Do you still work on site?
Yes. So twice a week I do radio. So far kasi I have my Monday 10 to 11 program on Radio 5. Now, si Cheryl also, pinahiram niya yung 1 hour niya on Tuesdays. So I do have the 10 to 11 slot also on Tuesdays. Now, on either after work or after lunch, we do our usual COVID response, either after radio or at least the 3 remaining days of the week. So we go to communities to bring assistance, like food packs, hygiene items, at one point some PPEs for some hospitals. So yun, nung una natatakot din kaming lumabas, pero we felt we're operations people eh. So how we cannot really literally work from home. So I salute also my team of frontliners because whenever I cannot, like today, they went to the locally stranded individuals at the Rizal Stadium. I couldn't go with them, but so they went there on the yung team ko ang pumunta doon. So yun, ganun pa rin. Work from home, radio from home. Actually, it's broadcast from home. Then rest of the days, field.
Wow. May follow-up question ako, Miss Menchie, if you don't mind. How do you get to maintain a work-life balance ba? I mean, obviously, well, you mentioned some of those things earlier, di ba? Yung family, yung travel prior to the pandemic. Pero siguro yung question ko talaga is, natutulog ka pa ba? Do you still get to rest? given your very busy schedule. And how do you maintain your endurance? How do you stay fit given this pandemic, and you have a lot of things going on?
You know, natutulog ako, of course. Nakakatulog ako. Wala pa naman ako yata akong eye bags. Natutulog ako. Nagre-recharge ako. Nare-recharge ako pag ako ay nakakaluto. It's tiring also, pero isang bagong kinagigiliwan kong gawin ay ang mag-washing machine. Maglaba. Enjoy. For some reason, enjoy ako na maglaba ng damit on weekends. Ayoko lang yung sampay, pero yung laba, ano pa ba? Games. Sorry, Lola Games. Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush. Nasa 1,000 something level na yata ako sa Candy Crush. At ganon. I guess when you love what you do, kahit pagod na pagod ka, kahit exhausted ka, kahit it really drains you a lot, the next day you're recharged. Ganon lang siguro. Kasi when you're doing something that you really hate, I mean, di ba? Parang yun ang nakaka-exhaust. Pero if you love what you're doing, carry lang.
Agree ako dyan. If you're happy with what you're doing, it's always going to be easier for you to do things.
Correct.
Pero pag hindi ka happy, parang you're dragging yourself, parang ano ba itong pinasok ko? It's always like that.
Yes.
And hindi maganda yun. Hindi healthy yun for you.
Yes. Yes. And sleep pa rin,
Alright.
syempre. Sleep, kain.
Yep. All right. We're gonna be... sorry, go ahead, Tricia.
Sorry, so we will continue, getting to know Miss Menchie, and we'll delve into more of what her afterlife things and hobbies that she does after shift. What am I talking about?
Ano yung afterlife? Huwag naman. After shift.
After shift.
After shift na muna tayo.
Right after this announcement. Welcome back to After Shift. So before we continue,
Yes.
let's read some comments. Okay?
Ang
From
kukulit ng
Mark
mga comments,
Joseph.
Chish. Go for it.
Sabi, this is awesome. Go, Chino. Hakot mo ba to,
Hey, thank you,
Chino?
Mark. Shout out to you. Kuli ko yan. Kuli ko yan. Shout out to Mark and the rest of the
Hi,
management.
ayan. Gusto ko i-plug to, itong comment na to. From June Ilagan. Hi, Miss Menchie. Hi din, Miss Cheryl Cosim. Ay! Kala niya si Cheryl Cosim. Tricia. Tricia lang to. Wala dito si Miss Cheryl. Si Tricia,
No,
no?
Chish yan.
Also, hello to Miss Fe Carcalias. Yan, neighbor namin. To Gail Santos, who's also watching.
Hi, Tita Gail.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yan. So let's bring back Miss Menchie Silvestre.
Okay. Ito na. Yung pinakamainit na question na namin, ito na. So, with all that being said, so in order, kasi again, this is our dream. We want to go back to that. We talked about some of the after-shift activities of Miss Menchie, family, travel, maglaba, magluto. Awesome yung mga yan. But in order to become a successful media personality, again, we are still dreaming of this one. Do you think you need to have the educational background for it, considering that this was not even the course that you took up way back college, and you're successful? Awesome yung mga yan. But in order to become a successful media personality, again, we are still dreaming of this one. Do you think you need to have the educational background for it, considering that this was not even the course that you took up way back college, and you're successful?
Oh, Chino and Tricia, sorry ha, pero parang may problema ako sa audio. I can't hear you. I'm just listening to the monitor.
Alright, sure.
Am I muted somewhere? You asked about educational background. I'm just listening to the...
Oh, I can repeat the question again, Miss Menchie, for your benefit. In order to
Nakamute
become...
yata ako. I'm sorry.
Ayun. Okay na po.
Sorry.
It's totally fine. In order to become a successful media personality, ayan, siguro technical difficulties or issues lang si Miss Menchie. Hopefully, we're able to get her back here. Plug natin yung Friday episode natin. Tricia, Friday Booze Night. Okay, so
Friday night.
guys, right, Friday night Booze Night. So if you guys are gonna be joining us this coming Friday night, 8:30 p.m.
They need to join us on Friday.
Okay, they will join us. Yeah.
They will join us on Friday.
They will join us. So make sure that you get your drinks. Bring it with you while we have our session on Friday.
Chino and Trish, I'm so sorry, but I cannot hear you. But if I listen to my monitor, you asked about educational background. So sige, probably, hopefully you can. I have audio on air, on the live stream. Educational background for what I'm doing for media. I'd say yes. I myself would probably benefit a lot if I had a broadcast background. But still, it shouldn't stop you from pursuing something just because you did not have any units in college or any introduction to what venture you're going into. Ang importante, I guess, dito is you prepare for it also. At the same time, in the process, kailangan the learning never stops. Kailangan nag-aaral ka pa din. Kailangan natututo ka. Ako, I listen to my broadcast afterwards kasi pinapakinggan ko yung, I said pala a lot of okay. Yung mga ganon, inaaral ko kung ay nakakarindi pala pakinggan yung ganito or ang pangit pala pagka mas madaldal pa ako doon sa ini-interview ko, mas naubos pala yung oras na ako yung nagsasalita kaysa yung kausap ko. Yun yung mga hindi ko alam that were probably taught if you had the educational background for it, if you were a broadcast major, if you were a comms major or related courses, ano. But again, it's a challenge. Kung hindi mo alam ang isang bagay, learn it. I guess that's a secret to it. You have to learn it. Hindi pwedeng mayabang ka na kayang-kaya ko yan kasi nag-PPA ako noon sa mga bigatin sa ABS at sa GMA. Ako yata nagsasalansa ng commercials nila. Kayang-kaya kong gayahin yung ginagawa nila. But no, it can't be that way. Kailangan nag-aaral ka talaga. Inaaral mo yung ginagawa mo.
Wow. Sobrang inspired ako, Trish. Ikaw, tingin mo?
Kailangan nating ano to. Yan, aral. We learn. I think the best thing that I get from what Miss Menchie said is you really need to learn, hone on what you're doing, hone on your talent,
Yes.
learn from it, diba? Hone your skills. Now, Miss Menchie, this is the ultimate question that we would like to ask you. So during this pandemic, currently that we have, what advice do you have for our viewers on how they can continue to maintain a healthy work-life situation? Miss Menchie, naririnig niyo po ba kami?
Delayed. I had to listen to the monitor again. Sorry. This pandemic, itong pinagdadaanan natin ngayon, we all have to survive this. Hindi ito yung panahon na tayo ay babawi ng dapat ako yung makilala ngayon, dapat malaman ng tao yung ginagawa ko, dapat malaman ng tao yung kung gaano kalaki ang kinikita ko. Hindi yon. It has to be, we all have to survive this crisis, and the way to survive it is by helping other people survive it also. Nakadepende tayo sa ibang tao. Stay healthy, eat healthy, help others, ireserba mo what you have. Kasi, like, for example, ito very, very, this is my trust pagka-sweldo. This is going to be a sweldo weekend again. Mag-isip kayo ng pagkakagastusan na una, kailangan nakakapagtabi ka for yourself. And secondly, isama mo naman sa gastos mo yung makakapagpagaan ng buhay ng ibang tao. It can simply be, kanina I was looking at how much were, mga raincoats. May mga nakakasabay ako sa karsada ng mga nagbibisikleta. Nakikita ko yung siguro mga dati, hindi naman sila nagbibisikleta going to work, pero ngayon, forced by situation, magbisikleta sila. Umuulan, madalas nang umuulan ngayon, sisweldo tayo bukas. What is 100 pesos, 150 pesos, 200 pesos from your sweldo? Ibili mo naman random, mag-abot ka ng kapote sa isang tao, mag-abot ka ng water bottle sa isang tao, bumili ka from a sidewalk vendor na ngayon pa lamang siya kumikita uli after a long time of lockdown. Kasi in the end, hindi po pwedeng tayo lang ang magsusurvive. We have to help others survive this crisis, because in the end, kailangan when everything is, sabi nga the new normal, kailangan pare-pareho tayong makaka-adapt sa new normal. We cannot leave behind other people and say, hindi ito kailangan unahin ko yung sarili ko, kailangan unahin ko yung pamilya ko. While it may be true, but again, we will not survive if there are no delivery services, if there are no doctors, if there are no nurses, if there are no utility people in the hospitals, making sure that the hospitals are clean. We all have a role in what is happening now. Hanapin mo kung ano yung role mo and perform it, and make sure you bring somebody with you. Somebody will survive this because of you also. Wag mong solohin na ikaw lang at yung pamilya mo lang ang magsusurvive. You have to make sure you have to bring another family with you and you both survive this crisis. Paalala lang nga lang lagi, simple, very simple, palagi ang magsuot ng mask, palagi ang maghugas ng kamay, palagi ang mag-observe ng social distancing. It's as simple as that. And we will all pray to God we all survive this pandemic.
Amazing words from the Menchie Silvestre, our Executive Director of the Alagang Kapatid Foundation. Ma'am, thank you very much for gracing us with your presence, considering that this is our first ever episode under TNC. Maraming salamat po for being here and for just sharing all of the knowledge that you have, and even yung after shift, even yung mga stuff that you do outside of work, yung balancing of work and life, na-share nyo sa amin, ma'am. Again, thank you very much.
All right.
Woo! Grabe,
Thank you,
Tricia.
Miss Menchie Silvestre.
Ang
Thank
tindi
you for joining us tonight, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us, no? Surviving our first ever episode. Guys, again, please make sure that you're able to join us on Friday, 8:30 p.m. It's Friday Booze Night. Bring your drinks. Hindi kailangan ng ano yan. Uy, wait lang. Sabi ni Carlo, Jarin wants to say hi. Hello, Jarin. Nice to have you here on the show. Yun nga, bring your drinks, okay? Hindi naman kailangan alcohol yan. Kahit na Milo yan, kahit na coffee yan. Doesn't matter. Basta you get to join and chill with us this coming Friday, 8:30 p.m. Again, we have another amazing day.
Yes. Sinong guest natin dyan, Chino? Sabihin mo na.
Secret muna tayo. Secret
Pa?
All right. So with that being said, thank you very much, guys. Talkers signing out.